Hey, everybody, Off the Mic Sports Network here. Another edition of Off the Top Rope. I have a question for everybody. Do you still think that the R-Truth thing, the Ron Killings thing, was a work? Because I dare you guys to go watch his segment um, during Monday Night Raw, where basically he ended R-Truth and became Ron Killings on camera. First of all, for those who haven't known who Ron Killings is, because they've known R-Truth, the goofball, for the last 15, 16, 17 years, this guy has always had this in him. We saw a little snippets of it about 15 years ago when he turned heel, and then it turned into the whole little Jimmy shtick, which just, really defined most of his WWE career. But if you guys watch TNA, this guy was an NWA world champion. This guy can cut a promo. This guy is freaking great. I mean, a lot of people are going to remember that he was a tag team champion with Pac-Man Jones, and when Pac-Man Jones was suspended from the NFL, I think. But, that's another piece of this. That's a different piece of this. This was unbelievable to watch, this promo. It was real. It was raw. You could tell he was emotional. He even said, hey, y'all brought me back. So there you go. He said it. Like, everybody's going to get mad at Triple H for basically lying, but what the fuck is he supposed to do? Like, come on. Of course he's going to say it's a part of the show. Like, this is the whole thing with kayfabe, non-kayfabe. Guys, you're never going to be fucking happy. But what R-Truth was able to do in this one promo over the course of a couple of minutes, standing on the announce table, which just engaged the audience. Everybody was interested in every single word that he had to say. And then he proceeded to just lose his fucking mind and cut his dreads off, which was an incredibly, incredibly powerful moment. Basically just saying the truth set me free. It's the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And he just absolutely, like, R-Truth is basically gone. I feel it was so powerful to watch, just like literally a metamorphosis and just a character change in real fucking time. Like that. This was a fucking masterclass of how to just, really hammer home the point of, hey, I'm grateful for you guys coming back. I'm not R-Truth. Like, I'm not a goofball. I'm not this. And then he basically just pretty much skins himself, getting rid of one of the distinguishing characteristics of him, which is his dreadlocks, just cuts it off in front of him. And then the whole fucking arena in Phoenix is going apeshit chanting, holy shit. Holy shit for a promo. Like, you usually don't get this. Like, usually it's holy shit chances like when guys are standing in the ring or it's a wrestling thing. But when a guy's cut his fucking dreads off and just every single word that he was saying was just gripping. It was emotional. It was powerful. This is what professional wrestling should be. And what I hate about what this whole story has become is everybody wants to say that they got worked. Everybody wants to say that, the dirt sheets got it all wrong. Everybody wants to, just dunk on people. Like, listen, I hate the way that this whole situation played out, that R-Truth had to, be let go, not agree to a contract, effectively, I guess in his words, get released to, then in a roundabout way, turn around in a week. And now he's getting a full-on serious-ass run in his 50s. And first of all, the age isn't going to define this guy. This guy's still in unbelievable shape, and he is an incredibly entertaining guy. But we're going to see a different side of R-Truth now as Ron Killings here in his real form. But this, like, I cannot understate this enough, that I cannot even get into just even the amount of words that I could come up with to just, basically say how great this was. It's really just unbelievable. And it makes you just wonder, did he get typecast? And also it tells you, hey, this guy was a model citizen and company man. But if this guy has it at this stage in his career to do something like that and just engage an audience for 2-3 minutes like that, and then cut his dreads off and just, like I said, that was, like, of all the wrestling and all the stuff, and we had a world title change on this show, King and Queen of the Ring stuff that happened on this show. This was easily the most incredible thing that I saw on this Monday Night Raw. It's one of the best things I've seen this year. That's how good this thing was. And it sucks that, hey, we had to, go through the whole, hey, he was released, which was a real life storyline. Keep telling yourself, people, that this was a work. It was not, okay? Because if it was a work, then what the fuck? Then why the fuck was he not interacting with John Cena? Why did they go to CM Punk here? Okay, this was not the plan. Okay, so quit telling yourselves that him coming back as a serious guy out of this whole thing, that's not a work. Okay, you're out of your fucking minds if you believe that. Okay, let's just be grateful that we have Ron Killings, this new version of what we knew as R-Truth. R-Truth's dead. We'll see where this goes. If he tries to stay babyface, which could be kind of hard to do, or he could be a heel. It's going to be fascinating to watch. I really I can't wait to see how this whole thing's going to turn out. So, yeah. Again, probably one of the best things I saw on this show. One of the best things I've seen in 2025, because it's just you watch that and just like, I've never seen an entire audience of over 10, 12, 13,000 people just being so gripped and entrenched in what one guy was saying and doing for 2-3 minutes, standing on that announce table. And then he takes out a pair of scissors and just cuts his dreads off. And everybody goes, holy shit. You don't see that a lot when it comes to, in-ring promos, or just like, live promos like out in front of the crowd. You just don't see that. You see that usually with wrestling matches, or when guys are going back and forth with each other. When it's just one guy who just has one live microphone in front of his hands, and just goes immediately from being emotional, thank you for bringing me back, to just completely losing his fucking mind and just getting rid of and like I said, effectively like skinning himself, and just like, it's almost like Samson cutting his hair or something like that. It's like one of the distinguishing characteristics, and one of the distinguishing things that we know about R-Truth is his dreadlocks. And he cut them off. It was wild to watch in real time. Could not believe what I was watching. So credit to Ron Killings. And, like I said, if you think this was the plan, you're a fucking idiot. I give credit to WWE for, coming up with something. They should have re-signed him. They should have known that this was going to go the way that it did. But again, if you're one of these schmucks in the community who's just trying to act like WWE outthought the room, they didn't. And just because Triple H said it, come on, what the fuck is he supposed to say? Yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, we fucked up as a company and we brought him back. R-Truth can say that. He's the talent. He can say that. Of course he can say that. But Triple H is an executive in the company. Of course he's not going to say they fucked up. Sense is there in that. Come on, you guys are all out of your minds. But just be glad that we had this, and I'm curious to see where it goes. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.